First of all, let's understand that tourism is not only our #1 industry, but it's our primary industry. And until we get other industries, let's not talk about jettisoning it or rationing it or reducing it or whatever. Let's talk about improving the visitor industry and the visitor experience here in Hawaii. Secondly, we've always had diversification in Hawaii, and we've lost it. We've invented things here, we've created things here, we've had innovative services, and we've lost them. Why? Because of high taxes, because of regulations, because of employer mandates. So if you really are serious about getting a better climate, investment climate, and getting more businesses, then what you have to do is start right at the top and reduce those taxes, get rid of them. Look, business people come to the legislature every year and they go away disappointed because they talk to their lawmakers and the lawmakers don't listen. It's kind of like the national situation. They tell you exactly what they need, just like doctors tell you what they need to stay here. The legislature doesn't listen, doctors leave, small businesses shut down. You look around our neighborhoods and see benchmark businesses that most of us grew up with and they're not here anymore. If you want to have more employees working, then you reduce the burden, the tax burden on the businesses so that they can not only keep the employees, but increase the number of employees that they have. That's what we have to do. We can talk about all these other things, but that's the bottom line. Cut taxes, make this a business-friendly environment.
We have a great opportunity in Hawaii. As I alluded to earlier, we're a natural bridge between the Asia-Pacific area and the rest of the country. And we can strengthen our ties both in education, which is a strength in Asia, as well as their economic vitality. The Asian countries are the engines of economic growth in the world economy. And furthermore, energy is the lifeblood of our economy. I've worked with the Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative in the Hawaii State Energy Office. And right now, the goal is we have a goal of the initiative to have 70% of our energy needs be provided by clean, renewable, indigenous energy by 2030. The current usage for energy is that we're 90% dependent on imported petroleum products for fuel and energy use. And approximately $5 billion a year leaves our economy to purchase these things and import them to Hawaii. If we could keep those dollars inside the economy to circulate, it could generate really good quality green jobs for our keiki. It would cause us to not be dependent on energy from foreign, often hostile countries, can help our environment for tourism and residents, and spur good education in science, technology, and math. Furthermore, we can also reduce the tax burden on the small businesses that generate 70% of jobs in Hawaii. Thank you.
We need to take a very serious look at the way we filter new business ideas and entrepreneurship and investment that wants to come to this state. This is something I have a lot of experience with, starting up an offshore aquaculture farm, the first one in the nation. I ran the gauntlet of the permit process. I sat through contested case hearings. I had to answer to a myriad of special interest groups that wanted to defeat our company based merely on emotional feelings about what our project might do and not at all on scientific fact. This was a very difficult thing for us to win over going through our permit process. When you scare people off like this, they don't want to keep coming back, okay? We are a success story, the company that I started. Within the first 2 years of operation, we were at $2 million in sales. And another company started up on the Big Island after this. Now, since then, once again, this has become a very tough environment for the aquaculture industry, as it has been for how many companies have you all seen come to this state, try so hard and put in so much investment and get shut down? We got to stop this. We got to be more friendly to new investment coming into this state to create more jobs. Thank you.
In terms of sustainability, yes. I mean, the Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative directly addresses this, and I've been working with the Clean Energy Initiative because one of the major components for our clean energy future economy is biofuels. And this is, in effect, a way that we can have the potential to tackle the land usage, which we do need to look at the way we use our land and the water policies to assure that they can expand and incentivize the production of biofuels. In other words, to use food land that used to be used for that, agriculture, to also produce energy instead of only using energy to produce food. So there's a inherent tie between the two things. We need to shift our whole basis of how we use our resources over to more self-sufficiency, but we can't do it by draconian methods of mandate, unfunded mandates. We need to use incentive and free market systems to encourage the market to do that. There's more than enough talent and technology and ability here to provide good multi-sector partnerships to do that, and I look forward to working with that in the legislature. Mahalo.
Actually, we have less sustainability now than we did 20 years ago. Part of that reason is you and me, because the things that we want, we don't grow here, we don't make here. Unless we are willing to change some of the things that we decide we want, that's not going to change. But the other thing is this, again, if I sound like Johnny One Note, it's because I am. Taxes, regulations, mandates. We used to have alfalfa and grain sorghum growing in leeward Oahu to the extent we made so much of it that we could export it to the West Coast grain market, wiped out by taxes and regulations. Some of you may remember the buffalo farms over on Kauai, wiped out, taxes, regulations. We can go list all of these things that we've had, but we're not going to get them again. Mark was talking about housing creeping up in the ag lands. It's not creeping, it's galloping. We're going to lose leeward agricultural lands because the farmers that were there were more interested in human trafficking than they were in agricultural products. We have a governmental service that, even though, like Representative Ward and myself worked very hard on the important agricultural lands bills, we pass legislation, they don't mean anything because there's other government agencies that can wipe them out. We talk a good story, but that's all we do. Bishop Estate, Kamehameha Schools will wipe out the farmers here in the valley just like they've wiped out small businesses. How do I know? I'm a small business lessee from Kamehameha Schools. Thank you.